This is your Hdsr Sports Report, the Victor Valley's only weekly action highlights sports program, covering our area's schools, teams, athletes, and sporting events. All three local high school teams in the state tournament lost opening round games by a total of 4 points. Oak Hills, an overtime loss, 71-70. Riverside Prep losing by 2 at Chaffee. The Lady Jackrabbits of Victor Valley a 1-point loss at King Drew. Here's how the Oak Hills battle goes down. The Bulldogs battle from behind in the second quarter, fourth quarter, and overtime period. After substandard play in the first and third quarters, Michael Miller and Samaj Blocker take turns, turning in outstanding bursts of remarkable play, aided by clutch contributions from their teammates. Michael Miller scores 6 of his team's first 8 points in a sluggish first quarter. The visiting Narbonne Gauchos build up an 8-point lead in the early going. Samaj Blocker's second quarter surge includes this 3 that puts the Bulldogs back in the lead with under a minute to go before halftime. Narbonne regains the lead with time running out in the second quarter. Samaj Blocker beats the buzzer, banking in the 3 to send his team into the locker room, leading 27-25 at the half. The outlook for a Bulldogs victory grows bleak when Narbonne builds a 12-point lead late in the third quarter. A pair of 3s start Oak Hills on the long road back. Jeremiah Estrella cuts the deficit to 9. The Isaiah Sharkey 3 pulls the Bulldogs within 6. It is 48-42, Narbonne entering the final 8 minutes of regulation play. The 6'2 sophomore hits again from beyond the three-point line, the first points of the fourth quarter, and Oak Hills trails by 3. Michael Miller ups his A game to A+, magna cum laude status, in fact, with this play, the steal, racing to beat defenders to the basket, the slam dunk, and the Bulldogs appear full throttle on the comeback trail. But the Bulldogs' defense fails repeatedly to cut defenders off at the baseline, and Narbonne rallies to rebuild an 11-point lead with a minute and a half to play in the fourth quarter. A Garrett Johnson basket, then this pair of free throws by the 6'5 senior, and the Bulldogs are within 8 with a minute 15 showing on the fourth quarter clock. To cut into a wide deficit with time running out, you have to score with the clock stopped. Free throws, in other words, and the Bulldogs comply. Michael Miller, 2 in succession. Then vintage Michael Miller, the clutch 3 from well beyond the three-point line. Bulldogs down by 4, 61-57, with 44 seconds on the clock. Samaj Blocker has to hit both of these free throws to keep the deficit at 4. It goes without saying how critical these free throws are under pressure. Then you see the full court press pay off, it would appear, but Samaj Blocker is slapped with a foul, and you can see Coach Rob Alexander contest the call. Narbonne players are not missing their free throws. The visitors go up by 5, 64-59, with 20 seconds to play. Michael Miller calmly connects on 3 consecutive free throws after he is fouled attempting a three-pointer. And watch, when Narbonne inbounds, they commit a blocking foul on an illegal screen. The Bulldogs have the ball under their own basket, trailing by 2 with 16 seconds to play. Samaj Blocker has 5 seconds to get the ball in. He inbounds to Garrett Johnson. Michael Miller wins the battle under the board, out-rebounds a trio of defenders, pushes through an attempt to block his shot from behind, and scores. Or, as Daily Press scribe Jason Reed describes it, Michael Miller snagging the offensive rebound and draining the contested putback that whirled around the rim, sending the game into overtime. Yeah, what he said. The Bulldogs outscore Narbonne 11-3 in the last 60 seconds. Michael Miller scoring all 11 of those points, and we go to OT. Garrett Johnson scores the first points of the 4-minute overtime period, but Narbonne rattles off 6 unanswered points, and the Bulldogs are back to playing catch-up once again. Michael Miller drives through 3 defenders and scores. Oak Hill's within 2. Narbonne's lead is 70-68 with 30 seconds remaining in overtime. 28 seconds later, following a Narbonne free throw, the Bulldogs trail by 3. They have the ball under their own basket, needing a catch and release 3 to tie. 1.8 seconds on the clock. In fact, the inbounds pass, the uncontested basket for 2, and just like that, Oak Hill's season ends with the 71-70 defeat. Coach Rob Alexander praised the resilience of his senior-laden team and lauded their legacy, winning the school's first Mojave River League basketball championship in 6 years, advancing to the CIF semifinals, and setting the high standard for future Bulldogs teams to follow. Down Home Grill serves up and delivers this high school basketball report. Happening now and throughout the month of March at Down Home Grill, Reuben Sandwich Special, $12, made with Tillamook cheese. 760-241-4663 for delivery. Drive-through, dine-in, or pickup. Down Home Grill at the corner of Bear Valley Road and Ridgecrest Road, Victorville.
Your High Desert Sports Report is brought to you by Down Home Grill in Victorville on the corner of Bear Valley Road and Ridgecrest Road. Bid fast and last, sold on supporting High Desert Sports. The Bradco Companies, supporting all of the teams and sports programs throughout the Mojave River Valley. Iwanzak Law Firm, trial lawyers for serious problems. Valu Quality Truck Body. Valu manufactures state-of-the-art truck bodies for the construction industry nationwide. And by the Community Table Restaurant in the Holiday Inn in Victorville, supporting high desert teams, athletes, and sports programs. Terry Kurtz here, inviting you to join us on Terry Kurtz Online, the half-hour report on High Desert and Mojave River Valley events and activities, entertainment, and history. It shows 3 times daily at 7:30 and 11:30 mornings and 4:30 in the afternoon, right here on Victor Valley TV, immediately following your High Desert Sports Report. It's the most informative and entertaining half-hour of High Desert television today. Valu Quality Truck Bodies rolls out these high-performance flashbacks to this date in High Desert, Mojave River Valley sports history. Valu Quality Truck Body, family-owned and operated since 1954. Valu manufactures state-of-the-art truck bodies for the construction industry nationwide. Valu Quality Truck Bodies, supporting teams, schools, and athletes throughout the Victor Valley. Hesperia's Micah Gardner puts on a show of long-range artillery as entertaining as a 3-ring circus, leading the Scorpions past Shadow Hills from Indio in the opening round of CIF 2A playoffs. Micah Gardner's artful barrage was like that of a trapeze artist working without a net, in that each 3 was surrounded in suspense, each needed to propel his team past the visiting Knights through the very close first half and early stages of the third quarter. The 6'5" senior connects on 8 3-pointers, finishes with 26 points, and is ecstatic. His hard work contributed mightily to his team's victory.
Hey, it felt good, man. It felt good. But like all those times when I was in the gym on the gun getting 1,000 shots a day, man. That's what I do. And that's what I work for, and it paid off. It paid off big time. I'm just going to continue to work hard, continue to do stuff for my team, and my team had a good win today.
I'm going to show you the first 60 seconds of play for a number of reasons. You will see Hesperia's defense at work at the outset. Micah Gardner's blocked shot thwarts Shadow Hill's opening possession. The visiting Knights match up man-to-man, and they have a very talented group of defenders. We see early on that tonight's officials are going to let the players play.
No call when John McCullough is floored on his first shot in the paint. Shadow Hills leading scorer on the year, Zero Cord Stansberry, is a Division I recruit. He misfires. John McCullough rebounds. He's Hesperia's leading rebounder on the year. John McCullough into the attacking zone, and the assist to Micah Gardner. First points of the ball game. Next time down, John McCullough, he's the team leader in assists, to Micah Gardner. 6-0 Scorpions, 90 seconds in. Next time down, John McCullough floats like a butterfly, stings like a scorpion, 8-3. John McCullough breaks down his man-to-man defender into the paint, 10-4 Scorpions. John McCullough scores 23 this night. Shadow Hills storms back to steal, and Cord Stansberry's slam dunk, and suddenly the score is tied at 10. John McCullough answers in kind, but the visitors have thrown down the gauntlet and let the Scorpions know they can go blow to blow with them. Here's another of Hesperia's subtle keys to success. Role players understanding their role and executing. Super sophomore Ken KB Brown comes in, receives the pass from John McCullough, and does what he has done every single game I have covered, hitting his first shot from the floor, the three. KB Brown is 6'3", and again only a sophomore. John McCullough follows his shot and scores, and the Scorpions would lead 18-13 at quarter's end, but not for Cord Stansberry being fouled on a length of the court desperation shot at the buzzer. His 3 free throws make it 18-16, end of one. It can be an important factor involving momentum. Who scores the first points of the new quarter? It will be Amari Dukes at the top of the key for 2, not 3. 20-16, Scorpions up by 4. This happens so often it's almost predictable. John McCullough cross court to Micah Gardner. The Scorpions are up by 5, 23-18. Amari Dukes runs the court, Scorpions by 7. But Shadow Hills reemerges from the scoring shadows and actually outscores Hesperia 15-13 in the second quarter. The John McCullough drive shot will help the Scorpions maintain their lead. John McCullough hits from beyond the arc with time running out, but the Knights run the court and beat the buzzer. The halftime score is 31-28. Scorpions. What does Coach Bobby Tosetti tell his players at halftime?
Coach told us just to keep the same intensity, that we were beating ourselves. We were doing a lot of stuff on defense that we normally don't do. But we picked it up. We were able to do a lot of the stuff we practiced. And man, love our coach so much. He puts us in positions to be great, and shout out to him.
Things could not get off to a better start than their play to start the second half. Best case scenario would be a takeaway. Amari Dukes, the deflection. Now, if the Scorpions can convert that into points off the turnover, preferably a 3. Amari Dukes to Micah Gardner, out to John McCullough, who obliges with the 3. Home team up by 6. Micah Gardner beyond the arc, biggest lead yet for Hesperia, up by 9. John McCullough, cross-court assist to Micah Gardner. The lead is 10, 44-34. Classic, vintage, Jordan Melvo to Micah Gardner. The Scorpions outscore Shadow Hills 22-12 in the third quarter. John McCullough evades his defender, dishes off to Seth Goodrow. Seth Goodrow, 6'1", junior. Same M.O., John McCullough drives, fires the assist to Micah Gardner, one of the 8 he hits from beyond the arc. Scorpions have the Knights on the run. KB Brown to Seth Goodrow. Hesperia has built the lead to 13 entering the fourth quarter. Does Micah Gardner think the third quarter surge was the turning point?
I did. Around the third quarter, the third and fourth, every time we made a shot, every time we made a 3, got a bucket, the team kind of slacked off. They were kind of scared, jogging up the court. They didn't have the same intensity. And I knew then that we got to keep going. We got to keep pushing through so we can get this first round up.
John McCullough's 3 gives Hesperia their biggest lead, 22, 2 minutes into the fourth quarter. Jordan Melbo's free throw ends the scoring. The Scorpions win by 17, 68-51. Hesperia stages epic rallies in the second quarter and fourth quarter to take Oxnard down to the wire before falling to the visiting Yellow Jackets 61-54 in the state regional quarterfinals. Oxnard comes in with only 2 losses on the year, the second, the stinging CIF semifinals upset setback at the hands of these Scorpions here in Hesperia 2 weeks earlier. Oxnard mounts huge leads twice, 18 points in the second quarter and again in the third quarter. The Scorpions scrap and scratch their way back before succumbing to the highly ranked Yellow Jackets. Oxnard enters the playoffs ranked and seeded second in CIF Division II. Hesperia ranked 5th. Hesperia starts out this way. Tony Singleton steals, pulls up into the attacking zone, and it is 4-0 2 minutes in. Tony Singleton's first of 4 threes needed for the Scorpions to regain the lead, 7-6. But then it becomes catch-up time. Blake Goodrow uses the glass to pull within 2. It is 11-9 Oxnard. Jonathan McCullough's basket ties the score at 11, prompting an Oxnard timeout. We are midway through the first quarter, but the Scorpions scoring stalls, and the visitors rally with 13 unanswered points to take a 24-11 lead entering the second quarter. Michael Rodriguez comes off the bench and breaks the 7.5-minute scoring drought. Yellow Jackets' lead is 24-13. The 6'2" senior responds to another run of 7 unanswered Oxnard points, the tip-in, and it is 31-15. Michael Rodriguez pulls down the rebound, gets it to Tony Singleton, to John McCullough, who tests his defender and passes it back to Micah Gardner. The 6'4" junior dishes off the brilliant assist to Michael Rodriguez, and Oxnard's lead is cut to 12 with 1.5 minutes to go before halftime. Rapid-fire recovery time. Micah Gardner for 3. John McCullough, the drive shot goes as he is fouled. 5 seconds on the clock. Tony Singleton rebounds the errant free throw, throws it up and in, and Hesperia goes into the locker room down by but 4 after trailing by 18. It is 31-27 at the half. Oxnard scores the first 2 points of the third quarter. Hesperia responds by getting the ball to Tony Singleton, who has taken his man to the low post. The quick jumper thinks about spinning out, but drops in. 33-29 Oxnard. The visitors get the better of things through the third quarter, though. This Tony Singleton 3 comes with under a minute to go in quarter number 3 after the Yellow Jackets had built an 18-point lead. This is the type of play that contributed to the Scorpions' 12-point upset win over Oxnard 2 weeks prior. Jonathan McCullough with the block. He brings it up court. You hear the buzzer sound as the ball goes through the net. And Hesperia is well on their way toward the second half rally that will pull them within 4 with 2 minutes left to play. It is 49-36 to start the fourth quarter. Vintage Tony Singleton to start the fourth. The rebound then from one end of the court to the other, and the Scorpions have closed the deficit to 11. Coach Bobby Tosetti, confident in his team's come-from-behind capability. The Blake Goodrow 3 from the corner cuts the Oxnard lead to 8, 49-41, with 6 minutes remaining. Hesperia has scored 7 unanswered points. When Blake Goodrow gets this three-point attempt to rattle around, up, and in, the Scorpions are within 5 with 5.5 to play. But too many shots fail to fall. Oxnard's final 8 points come from the free throw line as time winds down on the Scorpions' incredible season. The Tony Singleton 3 closes the gap to 4 This is the last basket of the Scorpion Superstars' high school career. Micah Gardner hits the last 2 Hesperia field goals of the game and of the season. The final score will read Oxnard Yellow Jackets 61, Hesperia Scorpions 54.
Desert High Transportation brings you this video sports action highlights report. Desert High Transportation provides reliable and dependable non-emergency transportation for ambulatory and wheelchair passengers. Call 760-998-1487 to set up your appointment. This may go down as the shot of the century in Hesperia Christian basketball annals. Buzzer beater in CIF semifinals, freshman Quentin Wilson from midcourt. It puts the Patriots up by 7 at the half in what ends up a 2-point victory. A victory that sends the Patriots into the CIF championships. Let me interject, this veteran video journalist and sportscaster truly enjoys covering games at Hesperia Christian. Smaller gymnasium, out-of-this-world fans, good basketball to be played, absent the in-your-face, self-centered individualism of players in many larger venues, and for the greater part, even the coaches maintain a decorum respectful of the game, the opponent, and the officials. That said, this 2015 Hesperia Christian CIF Division VI semifinals matchup against Rio Hondo Prep easily into the category of best games of the season to see and cover. On to the highlights. The battle, intense. The deciding factor, intensity.
Just our intensity. Our intensity and our teamwork.
Opening tip. Brad Leontis gets the tip, but Rio Hondo Prep gets the ball and scores first. Brad Leontis retaliates, one better from beyond the arc. 3-2 Patriots. Often the case, the Patriots' defense ignites the offense. Trevor Bragg's first basket of the game comes when he jumps the pass route, brings it down, and turns a seemingly awkward attempt into 2 points and a 7-4 lead 5 minutes into the game. Patriots defense?
Step up our defensive intensity.
So we just got to keep playing hard and try to get a lot of steals and more shot opportunities.
On average, probably hold teams to 10 points lower than their average.
With Hesperia Christian up 9-4, Rio Hondo Prep brings their 6'8" Samson off the bench. Samson Slyor has an immediate impact. He averaged under 5 points a game for the Cares. This night he scores 14. Patriots into the attacking zone. Turnover. Rio Hondo Prep trying to cut into the Patriots' 3-point lead. Hesperia Christian zone defense. First Cares, misfire, offensive rebound, follow-up, pulled down by 6'3" sophomore Zach Schilling, one of Schilling's 9 boards this game. Jared Hayes, across midcourt, past the Cares defender, 11-6. Just over a minute to play in the opening stanza. Hayes, the lone senior on the squad, 12 points tonight. First quarter, teams exchange runs. Hesperia Christian, a 9-2 run, then Rio Hondo a 5-0 spurt, including the final points of the quarter. It is Samson Slyor on the putback. He will complete the 3-point play, and at the end of one, the score is tied 11-11. Opening sequence, quarter number 2. Trevor Bragg with the steal and points off turnover, 13-11. Hesperia Christian regains the lead. The 6'2" sophomore has 4 steals this night. This Rio Hondo Prep basket gives the visitors the lead, 14-13. The Patriots go back out in front on the Jared Hayes breakaway. Assist Trevor Bragg. Hayes will complete the 3-point play, and it is 16-14 Patriots. Here is the first points on the scoreboard by freshman Quentin Wilson off the bench. Wilson hits the board and the follow-up, and it is a 4-point Patriots lead, 18-14, midway through the second quarter. This is one of the most telling sequences of the game. Under the Patriots board, 6'3" Brad Leontis wins the battle for the rebound up against the Rio Hondo Prep big guy, not once, but twice.
and scores. This breaks a Cares 4-0 run and builds the Patriots' lead back up to 4, 22-18. Trevor Bragg beats the defense back and scores on the Jared Hayes assist, 25-20. Trevor Bragg on the cross-court assist from Karan Bangu. Bang! One of Bragg's 3 threes, 28-24. Rio Hondo Prep has a shot at the final points of the half, but 5'11 junior Jake Hooper deflects the ball to Trevor Bragg, who sees Quentin Wilson up court. The freshman, a quick glance at the clock before firing. Try to measure the impact of this three-point buzzer beater that sends the Patriots into the locker room, leading 31-24. The points, 3. The lead, 7. The momentum, immeasurable. How balanced first half scoring? Trevor Bragg, 9. Jared Hayes, 9. Bragg Leontis, 8. The Patriots open second half scoring on the Jared Hayes 3 assist Brad Leontis. The lead, 10, 34-24. Rio Hondo Prep is a well-coached and talented team capable of scoring a lot of points in a short amount of time. They connect on 5 threes all the second half. Equally impressive, the visiting Canes' athleticism, driving to the basket. The Patriots demonstrate equal driving skills. Sophomore Jonathan Flores to the basket, up and in. Brad Leontis, one of his 2 from beyond the arc. Leontis finishes with 15. The Patriots' lead is 37-27 at this point. The quick assist from Jared Hayes to the hot hand. Trevor Bragg's 3 moves the Patriots' lead to 12, 42-30. The lead is 14 as Bragg hits from outside back-to-back, 44-30. Hesperia Christian outscoring the Cares 20-6 during this surge. Brad Leonta's twisting layup beyond the reach of the 6'8 defender. This basket gives the Patriots their biggest lead, 16 points. 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. A timeout called by the Canes. The Patriots remain patient. Trevor Bragg remains hot. The 3. The score is 49-35, nearing the end of the third quarter. Rio Hondo Prep roars back in the fourth quarter. They will outscore the Patriots 19-7 down the stretch. The drive shot does not fall, captured in incredible manner by Daily Press photographer David Pardo. The Cares in full catch-up mode. The 3 from the freshman off the bench, it goes. The Patriots lead whittled down to 5. Just over 2 minutes remain. The margin cut to 2 on another 3 from the corner. This offensive rebound is huge. It is controlled by the freshman Quentin Wilson. The Patriots reset the shot clock. Under a minute remains. Rio Hondo remains in a zone. Jared Hayes sends it to Trevor Bragg, left unguarded in the corner. The clutch, 3. The Patriots' lead is 5. Bragg leads all scorers with 22. Rio Hondo Prep finally forced to foul, and it is Trevor Bragg at the line putting the game away. Mighty poised for a sophomore, wouldn't you say?
Just taking more shots before practice has just built the confidence, and making shots, that always helps your confidence too.
Bragg holds down the fort, hitting both free throws with 6 seconds showing. Rio Hondo Prep hits a 3 as time is running out. They have no timeouts remaining. The final score, 56-54.
Terry Kurtz here, inviting you to join us on Terry Kurtz Online, the half-hour report on High Desert and Mojave River Valley events and activities, entertainment and history. It shows 3 times daily at 7:30 and 11:30 mornings and 4:30 in the afternoon, right here on Victor Valley TV, immediately following your High Desert Sports Report. It's the most informative and entertaining half-hour of High Desert television today.
This is your High Desert Sports Report, the Victor Valley's only weekly action highlights sports program, covering our area's schools, teams, athletes, and sporting events.